Hey, Dana, how's it going?
Hi, it's going well. Hi, Bernard.
Good, good. Got some questions, so let's just jump right into this.
Cool.
The best man film franchise is a cultural phenomenon that has influenced pop culture since 1999 and going on.
Yeah.
I want to know exactly how challenging was it to take the film energy and tone and transfer that into a 10 episode series.
Great question. And by the way, it's an 8 episode series.
Oh, eight,
Yeah.
sorry, excuse me, eight
And no
episodes.
worries. I know we originally toyed with 10, but we ended up at 8. But no
Okay.
worries. But to your and which goes to your question, right? And it in terms of the tone and the characters and all that, like it the challenge was really an exciting one, which was what stories do we want to tell, right? Because we've got 8 hours and we're bringing this iconic franchise to television. So it was really the question of with these 8 amazing characters, and they have all of this history. And so the challenge was really, the tone has been so well established, right? Like Malcolm Lee as the writer director of the first 2 films, the characters are so richly established. It's so clear who they all are. And so that part was fun. Like it was really kind of the fun and easy part was we know very clearly like who Harper is, who Jordan is, who Quentin and Shelby and Murch and Candace, who they are, so it was relatively easy and fun to write these characters. But where do we want to catch them, right? Where do we want to meet them at this point in their lives? How do we want to challenge them? Where do we want to pick them up, right? Like, what challenges are they facing, and what roads do they want to go down? What was important to us was like really meeting them, living their Black lives in this year, 2022. Where do we want to meet them and how do we want to challenge them? So it was a fun challenge, really. But yeah, the tone has been so clearly set that it felt like a great opportunity to kind of pick up the baton with Malcolm like running alongside me, right? And then bring the writers in and just decide like how do we want to run this last leg of this marathon.
A challenge that you met and accepted and handled very well, might I add.
Thank you.
How you doing, Mr. Lee? Good to talk to you today.
Bernard, let's get something straight. Mr. Lee is my father. My name is Malcolm.
Malcolm, I'm raised from the South, so I'm
I
raised to be
understand,
that.
brother. I understand.
Malcolm, pleasure to talk to you today. So I got tons of questions, so let's just jump right into
All
this.
right, let's do it.
Um, awesome. The best man film franchise is a cultural phenomenon that has influenced pop culture since it was arrived in 1999, and we're here now. How challenging was it to bring the tone and energy from the films into an 8 episode streaming series?
Tone is always the first thing I think about, is setting that and grounding it, because these characters are very grounded individuals. And so, no matter if we're trying to make laughs or trying to bring some emotion, tone is always the thing. And, I wanted to make sure that we had that in the franchise, in the television show. So that's never anything I concern myself with, other than to say, like, and it is a little bit difficult when you're not directing every episode. But the directors that we chose are very much respectful of the franchise and of the words on the page. And of course we have tone meetings and figure all that stuff out. And they're respectful to the franchise.
Very much so. I've seen all that in episodes that I saw, so right on, spot on with that.
Well,
What's one thing you hope fans of the Best Man films walk away with after watching the series, the
Mm.
final chapters?
Yeah. I would say the thing that I remember, I have my own kind of college crew, right? And I remember
Mhm.
when we went to go see those films, when I was coming up and we were wearing our knockoff versions. I would say the thing that we walked away with then is the same thing that I hope people walk away with, is the way that you can feel reflected and seen and empowered, right? When you see characters on screen who are living those lives, living their Black lives in stories that are told from a Black POV. Because I think
Mhm.
when stories are told from that POV, you can feel it in a way that is undeniable. And I think it fills you. I know I feel filled and I feel reflected and seen in a way that is just loving. And that is what I hope people walk away with.
Awesome, amazing. Again, Job well done. I love the episodes I saw so far. So
I'm so
it was a pleasure
glad.
talking to you. Thank
You
you. It
as
was a
well.
pleasure talking to them. Thank you.
Thank
Final
you.
question. What's one thing you hope fans walk away with after watching all 8 episodes? And how do you hope fans feel after this?
I hope they feel happy. I hope they feel satisfied with what they've seen. Hopefully they've laughed with these characters. Hopefully they've had some, they've had the feels as well. That it's all relatable and that life continues. So that's my greatest hope, is that they feel like we did justice and honor to the first two movies that they enjoyed.
Awesome. Well, Malcolm, it was awesome talking to you today. I just want to say thank you for the best man and other things you worked on, that's been a part of my childhood and into adulthood. So I want to thank you for that and taking the time to talk to me today.
My pleasure.
Thank you.